Hello and welcome back to episode 4. Before I get started, I would just like to say thanks to everyone that has supported me so far, and I really do appreciate it. And if you're new, please subscribe to my YouTube and like my Facebook page, and that would mean a lot to me, and I'd appreciate it. So today's episode, I would like to talk about distant learning, which is we are into the first week. Today was the third day into it, and it's definitely something to get used to. It's nothing. It's not very fun right now, and I think it's for everybody who's involved in it. And I would just like to give a shout out to the teachers because I know the teachers have been doing a great job, and give a special shout out to my sister because I know that she has put a lot of time and effort into uh, her teaching as well. And I know she's only a second year teacher, so I know that it's probably been really difficult for her. And just from seeing what little I have seen with it, I know Monday, I know everything was crashing with trying to get onto to the uh, the website, and everybody was freaking out. You know, my wife was having a hard time getting everything set up. You know, my son wasn't fully getting everything, and I just want to say over time, I think it's going to get a lot better. Hopefully, this does not go on all school year. I have a bad feeling that it will. But I just wanted to say that this way of learning, I think it's going to be really hard. You know, so my youngest son's in second grade, and just listening to what goes on in the class, and I feel bad for the teachers because they can't really get a hold of their classes. Just chatter you hear, and they're at home, so they're in their comfort of their own home. They're not at school. So hopefully they get everything that they need. I think it'll be very difficult for them to, but being in your comfort zone compared to being out of your comfort zone is a big thing. When you're at school, I remember being at school. You're there just to learn. You want to learn. You want to do what you got to do, and you got to get home. But I don't think I can imagine doing it at home because I don't know how much I would put into it. So I hope one thing that we've been working on is for our kids just to try and stay focused. We separate them in different rooms. They each got their own setup. Their desk kind of looks what you would think a classroom desk would look like. But I just want to say, going through it for today's only day 3, and I think today went a lot better. I was able to watch them more today because I was at home for most of the day, and it's parents. I think it's definitely gonna take a group effort, between the parents, the teachers, and the students. Um, One thing yesterday when I got home from work, they were just finishing up the day, and I heard them say, "Well, for homework," and I'm like, "Homework?" Out of being doing it all at home, then having homework, it's like, man, it's a lot. And I just hope that we can get our kids in a rhythm to where they'll be able to, I guess, to get used to the new norm for now. And hopefully this doesn't last all school year. I know that the soonest they can go back to class is in January, and that might get pushed back, but I hope not. For my oldest son being in high school, I would really like him to go get that experience from him going to a magnet high school. Um, it's I think it's kind of tough on him to not be in school, but for being in the magnet school, I would really I want him to be able to experience his freshman year. Um, and then for my other two boys, that I think that they definitely need you definitely need to socialize with other kids, and being at home the whole time, with the pandemic going on, and missing some of last year, and then we pretty much haven't done that much this summer, and we've pretty much been home majority of the time, and it's something that I don't think my kids are really used to. We usually like the going place and doing stuff, but this year we haven't really gone. We went camping, but you used to have something to do every weekend, or you know, and it just hasn't been the same. And I'm sure for a lot of other people, it's been the same as that as well. But for my youngest son, his school career has been kind of up and down. We went to pre-K. He was only in school for like a month and a half, and they shut his program down. So that was it. And then kindergarten, he went the full year. Then last year, he before the pandemic hit, so he went to school up until then, but he hasn't really gotten to a rhythm of going to school all year long and being in a classroom. So, and it's second grade, so he might not get to see that till he's in third grade now. So definitely, it's going to be hard for him. But um, I know he doesn't like to do his work. I know you find him slouching and stuff, but just trying to keep him motivated is definitely hard to do when they're at home. At home you do your homework, but you don't do your schoolwork at home. You got stuff to do at home. So excuse me. So I think just getting kids used to that's gonna be hard in itself. I can't wait for them to get back to school, but I try my best to do with them. My wife does a great job with them. I know she has a lot more patience than I do most of the time, and just trying to get stuff figured out so that they can fulfill what they need to. And because I know this counts, so you have to make sure everything's done um, properly, and make sure all their schoolwork is done. And I, I've been trying my best to help my wife out, my kids, and get them set up and things like that. But and for I just for the parents, we're all in this together, so hopefully we can make it through this. And for the students, just keep doing your best. That's what I try and tell my kids. If you're not understanding it, take notes, and then we can go back and get a hold of your teacher and get and try and get it clarified for you. Because it's hard. You can't just really stop in the middle of the class and raise your hand and wait, because she's got stuff she has to do to get through the day. So after, I think yesterday was tough, but today I think we got everything pretty much put together, and I hope everybody else is too, and I hope everybody else is able to log on. So I know they had to stop the class a couple times just because other people were trying to get on, and then they weren't able to. So I'm hoping that the first week, is obviously going to be a trial run, or for everybody to get on and make sure everything's working, and hopefully next week everything will go smoother, and I guess they'll start getting the hang of it. Um, so hopefully, just I don't know, just gotta stick this out. I guess. It's definitely not pleasant at all, and hopefully the kids learn from it, because I don't know how much they'll retain. So I think some kids are obviously going to do really well, and other kids not so much. I don't think I would have done well as a student to do distant learning, because when you're at home, you don't want to. That's the last thing you want to do is schoolwork, and then obviously you got homework to do, but you're not homework doesn't take you what 6 hours or however long they are in class, and but just give another special shout out to the teachers for their patience, because I honestly I don't think I could do it. I really really don't. Just like I said, just listen to some of these kids, and I being asked the same question 100 times all day long. I was just listening to when I was in my son's room, just listening to the question. It'd be the same question after the same question. So the teachers definitely deserve a medal for this, just because of the patience that they have with these kids, the students, and like I said, I know I try and help out as much as I can and find out, and I get aggravated sometimes, because I don't know what's going on. I'm not there listening to it the whole time, so I try and do everything on the fly, and try the best that I can to do it. So I know one thing I have to work on is definitely my patience, just trying to get everything down and help my kids out as much as I can. For my oldest son, he's been doing great since the first day. He got everything down, and it just takes off with it. So it's he's been doing really well with it. So just getting my other two boys on the same page, I think it's definitely going to take time, but I think we'll get it. So with that being said, we're just all in this together. You know, if you're distant learning, my heart goes out to you because I know it's not the easiest thing to deal with right now. But I think we will make it out of it, and I do believe that we will be. This won't be the normal for very long, and hopefully at least it'll be over in January. We'll be able to get back to normal and get our kids in school and uh, just get everything rolling again. I think that's a very important thing to do. And so, with that being said, thank you. This is just something that I just put together the last minute, just because of what I've experienced with distant learning. And then next week I'll go back to my normal schedule that I've been put together for shows and stuff. So this one's just like out of the blue that I just decided to do actually today this morning. So anyways, I hope you like it. I hope you can relate to it. Leave comments and we can talk about it. And yeah, so thank you for listening, and I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy.